Welcome everyone to the Tethys Shipyards. I welcome everyone to the Tethys Shipyards. To the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamata, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
We're continuing our look at ground vehicles, specifically the walkers of the Grand Army of the Republic today, with the All-Terrain Reconnaissance Transport, also known as the ATRT.
And my continuing distaste for all walkers continues to fester. Because
Right.
seriously, this thing should not be moving at all.
Yeah.
Officially, this thing was designed by Rohantha Engineering, much like many walkers used by the Galactic Republic during the war. However, as with all walkers, this thing shouldn't be able to, stand. I don't care what kind of gyroscopes it's got. Eventually, it's going to fall on its face due to the sheer nature of the walker itself. It is made of metal, and unlike an organic being, those joints are going to wear out really quickly. Which is why I
Yeah.
have absolutely no respect for walkers, or mecha in general, and will always stick with more, shall we say, conventional vehicles.
Yeah.
The ATRT was designed for one reason and one thing only: reconnaissance duty. Its single light blaster cannon. This thing is only good for one job: harassing.
Yeah.
It tries to attack, it's gonna fall flat on its face. Or the
Yep.
pilot is going to take a round to the face. Because it has no
Yeah.
armor, it has no it has no it has no restraints.
It is basically a bike on legs.
Which is kind of stupid because, well, the only real reason I can see using this thing is on worlds that make, well, using speeders and the like impossible. And even then, there are still better options than something that is, well, probably going to sink into mud real quickly. Ever heard of ground pressure? That's why the mouse would just sink into the mud, if anyone's familiar with the P's with that thing.
Yeah. the
This is why
main,
this is why I hate
the
walkers. They just don't make
yeah,
sense.
yeah. Speaking of the mouse, the only what the only my only familiarity with that thing is that clip at the in the of the final episode of Girls und Panzer.
Yeah, the mouse would just literally break any bridge it tried to cross or sink into the mud.
Yeah.
And this thing pretty much does the same thing, except it's an even smaller footprint.
Indeed.
This is why driving a hammer in with a nail is pretty easy, while trying to ram in something, bigger takes a lot more force.
Yeah.
Let's get to statting this thing before I lose my mind.
Right. Entered service date 22 BBY. We are using pod rules. So and with our 2250s tech equivalent, we only have 18 system points, which we have spread as comms 3, computers 3, engines 6, sensors 3, structure 1, weapons 2. This thing is speedy, but it is fragile and has puny guns. For department values, it has 1 point in con and 1 point in science. Science for the recon role. Scale 1, resistance 1, power 3, armor 3. And for weapons, it has a light blaster cannon, energy weapon, 3 challenge dice, close range, vicious 1. Traits are Galactic Republic ground vehicle and walker.
Due to the unfortunate nature of this particular match, this is probably going to be the last one we do for the day. However, remember, the walker sucks. It is a maintenance hog.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Stupid.
The walker is not simple. The walker is the enemy. Bye-bye.